everyone, it's Caitlyn here. So this is my next segment of Twin Tuesdays. Sorry that I missed last week. It was horrible. As many of you know, on Monday I had to go to the hospital triage to be checked over because my cervix length was shortening significantly. So at my 20-week anatomy scan, I was sitting at about 5 centimeters in cervical length, and then the next ultrasound my cervix went down to 1.4 centimeters in length. So my doctor sent me to a high-risk specialist here in London at Sick Kids Hospital, and upon coming here they checked my cervix again through an ultrasound, and my cervix shortened again to 6 millimeters. So it started at 5, went to 1.4, and then down to 6. So they admitted me for preterm labor, and they redid the ultrasound a few days after. It's currently Tuesday, but Friday they did the first ultrasound. They admitted me, and then Sunday they did another ultrasound to see if it was shortening even more, and thankfully the results showed that it was still just at 6 millimeters. So thankfully it hasn't gotten any shorter, and we can hold off on the steroid shots in order to help the baby's brain, lungs, everything start functioning, just in case they were to come early. But because I'm still at a 6 millimeter, it hasn't gotten any shorter. They aren't too worried about me going into labor immediately, but it can happen at any moment. So right now we're just keeping me here for the next 9 weeks, and hopefully the ultrasounds stay consistent at 6 millimeters, but if they go shorter, then they'll have to start me on the shots. But right now I'm just getting the progesterone vaginal suppositories, getting my meds, hanging out, keeping myself busy. The first night was really rough. It's difficult being away from Matt and Jack. Sorry, I'm gonna end up crying during this, so just, you'll have to live with that. But yeah, the first night was rough. The second and third night weren't too bad, and then Matthew came over yesterday, which was Monday, and he came with Jackson, so I finally got to see Jackson. Which was really nice. Sorry about that. The nurse came in to talk to me, but yeah, so it's a bit rough being away from Matt and Jack. On Monday, yesterday, Jackson, Matthew, and his mom came by. We wanted to see how Jack would do in the hospital with just hanging out with me. We wanted to see if he would get bored in the room, or how long he would be okay until he got fussy. And then when he would get fussy, Matt's mom would take him back to Sarnia, and it would just be Matt and I. So thankfully Jackson did really, really good in the room. We watched movies, we hung out, and then there's an activity center down the hall for him to play with the blocks, and there's movies, there's puzzles. So I'm not too worried about him only being able to be here for about 20 minutes when it's an hour drive back home. More than an hour, it's about an hour and 10 minutes back home to Sarnia, one way. So it's a long drive to come all the way here, and then for Jack to start a fit and then have to go back home. So thankfully he did really well, so that means that we can have a good visit, and it's not going to be short, and then he has to drive back home. But his mom ended up taking Jackson back to Sarnia for the night, and Matthew spent the night here with me. We both managed to fit in this single hospital bed. They couldn't find any recliners or any cots for him, so we snuggled real tight in this bed all night, and we're going to purchase on Amazon inflatable air mattress, so that when he comes to spend the night, we could just move my bed over inflate the mattress, and both of us can just sleep on the floor, which will be nice because we can still cuddle and we'll be more comfortable than being in this single size bed together. But Matthew left at about 12, and then Mom, Grandma, Grandpa came by for a visit, and now it's just me right now. And I thought, why not film the Twin Tuesdays for 25 weeks, because yesterday I turned 25 weeks exactly. Thankfully they're still in there cooking, but I'm sorry that I didn't get to do 24 weeks Twin Tuesday, but there's just so much stuff going on. But now that I am stuck in hospital, I have no excuse but to film the Twin Tuesdays. Yeah, I was able to get a little clip last week of my belly, so that in case I had time to film this week, I would have the footage of what my belly looked like at 24 weeks, and then today I'm able to show you what my belly looks like at 25 weeks. But that's everything that's going on right now. It's emotionally tough being this far away from home, not having everything I need, and being away from Matt and Jack for so long. But I know that he's in good hands. He's being taken care of by his dad amazingly. So as the days go by, it'll get better or it'll get worse, who knows. But right now, it's still a tender subject, so I try not to talk too much about it, because then I start crying and then I won't be able to film the rest of this for you guys. So we're just gonna breathe. So I'm all set up with like my dinosaur pillowcases and a big dinosaur comforter. Matthew brought me his laptop. I've got a Nintendo Switch with me. I've been playing the new Link's Awakening on that. I've got cookies, I've got fruit, I've got pictures of Jackson over there. It was a Christmas gift that I was giving Mom, and she decided to leave it here for me so I could just see Jackson every day. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because every time I look at it I want to cry, but yeah. So let's get into the rest of this Twin Tuesday for 25 weeks. So I'm going to talk, I've already talked a little bit about me and what's going on, but let us talk about what is going on inside my tummy with babies. So ultrasounds, babies are a-okay, nothing is wrong, they're growing good, they're measuring a week ahead. The only problem is that my body is saying, hey, like normally we would be pushing out a baby right now because I'm too big. Why are we not pushing out a baby? So that's that. That is why my cervix is shortening. It just can't take the weight of the babies. So yesterday I was 25 weeks exactly with twins, 2 babies. By the 25th week of your pregnancy, especially when you are pregnant with twins, you'll be aware of the growth that has taken place in the previous months. The bodies of your babies, as well as your own, will have undergone numerous changes, all of which would not only resulted in increased weight and tummy, but also a sense of fatigue at times. It might get difficult for you to maintain the peak of your energy the way you used to, however. Having an active lifestyle is necessary even at this stage, since it helps the body maintain its strength, which is beneficial during pregnancy. I am currently on hospital bed rest, so I'm not allowed to exercise. I'm not allowed to walk very far. I can walk around in my room and across the hall to the kitchenette, but anything further I have to be wheeled in a wheelchair. The growth of the babies at 25 weeks. The intensity with which your babies were growing in the previous weeks will continue to be at the same level, if not a higher one. A lot more changes are expected in the upcoming weeks, which will ensure that your twins or triplets can survive outside the womb, and the growth is focused entirely on making that happen. The lungs of the babies will develop around this time. These take quite some time to start functioning. but by now they will increase in size, causing them to fill out as much as possible so that they can take in air in a substantial amount. In this week, as the size and the network into the lungs increases, numerous blood vessels can develop within them, and as well along with a circulatory system. These prove to be the crux for keeping the babies alive, allowing the lungs to absorb the oxygen from the inhaled air into the blood, which can be transported into different organs within the body. The skin that babies have around this stage is still a little translucent, but this is developing a brilliant sheen by itself as it starts to form a tan and the fat deposits grow over it. Along with it, the blood capillaries begin to spread their branches all over the body as well. When the blood starts to pump through them, they start to get a reddish tinge. This is precisely what makes the skin of the newborns to be of the healthy, pink color. What is the size of the babies? So if you've ever seen a large cucumber, that's pretty much the size of your babies this week. Their length and weight increase week by week, improving quite some along the journey. When measured, their height usually comes somewhere around 13.6 inches, while their weight tends to hover close around 1.5 to 1.6 pounds. The weight of each baby, in the case of twins or triplets, can fluctuate drastically. They could be a pound and a half, 2 pounds, just depends on the babies. Common bodily changes, the changes that pregnant women occur with multiples experience in the 25th week of their pregnancy, are usually an extended version of their previous symptoms. So just the usual, like growing belly, tired, all of that other stuff. The symptoms of twin pregnancy at 25 weeks. So the pressure becomes super real, which is super real for me, seeing as how I'm here stuck in the hospital for another 9 weeks, sorry, at least another 8 weeks and 6 days. Bloating, gas, constipation, trouble pooping. That's pretty much it for how the twins are going and how I'm growing and doing. But now I just got to show you my belly. So I'm going to show you a quick little clip of what my belly was like at 24 weeks, and that is going to play now. And here is a clip of my belly at 25 weeks. So unfortunately I'm not at home, so I don't have the photos to compare them with Jackson when I was pregnant with him. I'll just have to have just the belly video of what I'm like right now at 25 and what I was like at 24 weeks. I won't be able to continue with the comparisons because I don't have the photos on me or on my phone or saved anywhere besides my home computer. So yeah. Yep. So there's my belly at 25 weeks. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'm sorry if it's super long, but I just wanted to inform you of everything that is going on and what's happening. If you have any comments or questions, do feel free to put them in the comments down below and I will get to them as soon as I can. It's not like I've got anything else to do, but comment them down below. And yeah, until next Twin Tuesday, stay beautiful, okay? Bye.